What's up, guys? It's Scott from GamerProductionsNG giving you the second part of the Gas Man Arson walkthrough. Now, if you're just joining us, I just inspected the Stefan and Sawyer house fires, and now we're going to be going to the... Oh, how do you pronounce that word? Gulliver's Travel Agency. I think I got it. Gulliver's Travel Agency. Away!
Any available unit, meet the officer. 211 just occurred at 253 Main Street. Units to handle code 2 identified.
Oh god.
You're gonna give someone a heart attack.
That was by accident. No one saw that. I'm Cole Phelps. Yeah, I'm Cole Phelps.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD. John Cunningham. Can I help you, gentlemen? We have reason to believe that the Sawyer family of 4414 Rosewood Avenue recently won a competition run by your company. Yes, I remember them. They called up to cancel at the last minute. One of the kids was sick. Very unfortunate. Do you mind if I take a look at that?
Alright, so we're gonna want to click on the Stephens family
Here they are. Stephens.
and the Sawyer.
The Sawyer family. Rosewood Avenue.
Alright, so we're gonna ask him of the Suburban Redevelopment.
Tell us about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. There's not much to tell. They run a promotion. Our promotion's mailing list covers half of LA.
He is telling the truth.
So they are not a government agency? I don't believe so. Government organizations don't usually get involved in promotions.
Then the promotional travel contest.
I'm told the tickets were a prize. Yes, they were. You do a lot of these prizes. Look, there are hundreds of these promotions running at any one time. If you're the lucky guy, you get your name pulled out of a hat.
You want to doubt, just because of the way his arms flailed.
While the Sawyer family were supposed to be at Catalina Island, their house burnt down. You consider them lucky? Christ. I'm sorry to hear that. Can you tell me who offered the prize won by the Sawyer family? Sure. Look, there's supposed to be some sort of supervised draw with hundreds of tickets. But the reality is the Suburban Redevelopment Fund calls me every couple of weeks and tells me exactly who's won. Thanks for your help. No problem. Just wish I could do something for that family. You could put round the hat. A few bucks would really help them now. I suppose so.
Good. I'll put you down for 50. I could tell you were Samaritan the minute I walked in the door.
50? Are you? Good man, Cunningham. You're all right. Yeah, I'm great. Poorer, but great.
Alright. So next we're going to be going to the suburban redevelopment.
Let me guess. You want to check out the suburban address?
Great partners must think alike, Bert. This is supposed to be the registered offices of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in the redevelopment fund.
Looks that way.
Are we done here, Mac? I've got work to do.
Sure, buddy. Thanks for your help. Elysian are investors in the suburban redevelopment.
Alright, so you just want to go in here quick and get this clue on the desk.
So Elysian Fields builds the houses, while the Suburban Redevelopment Fund foots the bill.
Just checking if there's anything else in here I should be aware of. You know what? Just to be sure, like really, really sure. Yeah.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
We're gonna be going to the fire station number 32.
KTI Radio reminds you an ounce of prevention saves many an emergency.
We came as soon as we could.
Lynch.
Biggs, you two investigating the house fire on Kenmore Avenue as well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
This the heater from the Sawyer fire out?
Yes, it is.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay, Phelps. You're a bright penny. You have a gas supply. You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot light. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas expanding in the room. Now, the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
Alright, so if memory serves correct... No, not there.
Good, your regulator's in position.
The gas bubble needs to be next to the coil if it's gonna ignite.
Okay, I'll light your pilot and turn the gas on.
You pull the lever on the left to turn on the gas.
So that's how it's being done.
Maybe. There could be a fault with these valves. I've adjusted this one for our experiment, but you need to take it to InstaHeat and see what they say. Their headquarters is on North Harvard Boulevard, number 262.
Thanks, Albert.
You're welcome, Biggs. See you at the next show.
Alright, so we're gonna go investigate the Insta-Heat factory.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
All right. Where to?
You sure that's not that crazy cop that almost ran me over?
Show?
The next fire. We should go to the factory and see how many of these things are going bang in the night.
You know this Chapman character?
The guy's a freak. Loves fires. He's the kind of guy that we'd like for a lot of things, but we don't really have any credible evidence to pursue him with.
I need to sit down.
LAPD detectives, ma'am. We need to speak to someone in charge.
I see. Well, duty manager for today is Mr. Rasick. You should find him in his office.
Alright, so we need to find Mr. Rasick.
Oh, Susie, you are so bad. See him? I saw his picture in the paper. He worked the case for the lady.
Man, I am lost. Oh, there it is. Found it.
Detective Phelps and Biggs, Arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70, yeah. Let me take a look. We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow. It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
Alright, so first we're going to talk about the Instant Heat Model 70.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
You want to doubt.
You're telling me that you've never had any problems with this heater?
Look, we've changed the design since the Model 70.
These things are still being installed?
It's the demand. None of us could keep up with the amount of housing going up. At the budget end, we're still using some of the old stock. We are installing 100 heaters a week. They're not all faulty.
They're not all safe either.
Now we're going to do the heater service history.
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
He's lying.
I think you're lying, Rasick. I think some of your men aren't fully licensed. You're desperate to cover your sales.
And how are you going to prove that, Detective? Name me one of my guys who would have overlooked a fault like this.
Or you want to go down to either the heater serviced by Ryan or the heater serviced by Varley. I'm going to do Ryan.
What about Matthew Ryan?
You know about Ryan, huh? All right, he's been in some trouble, I know that. He's done his time.
You in the habit of hiring criminals, Rasick?
I need guys, Detective. This boom is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you. There, around a dozen of them. Housing business is going crazy at the moment.
This is a long shot. We are not going to roust that whole list.
I want to run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
Alright, we're just gonna make a quick call to R&I.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to know if any of the following names have a previous criminal history.
Okay, Detective. Run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Kuttner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
Clemens Walter. Previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew. Charged for contempt of court. Attempted murder. Plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady. Your employment roster is quite the rogue.
Alright, so we're just gonna talk to Ivan
times indeed.
one last time.
Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa, currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do, but my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
Here. Happy now?
Stick around, Mr. Rasick.
Alright, so we're just gonna inspect Walter Clemens' stuff.
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
It's an Arcanist essay, which is like a, I don't know, book for people who like fire. Matthew Ryan. He's got dozens of those pamphlets.
Some light reading on the merciless capitalist
which is
machine.
crazy.
Ryan wants the world to be a better place, don't we all?
There's some pliers, I think.
This isn't what we're...
It's not important. Last is Reginald Varley, who has some pretty incriminating evidence. It's the mosquito killer thing.
Thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive.
We open it up to find
Varley has a problem with bugs.
it's still there, but that's something you can use to blow up houses.
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Rasick?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the favorite choice of ignition by arsonists. Gives them time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice. Mind if I leave you to it? I got work waiting.
Alright, so we're gonna end it here. This has been Scott from Gamer Productions Next Gen. I'll see you next episode.